Good afternoon everyone, it is now Monday afternoon at about 1:10 and I just wanted to sort of round off the second week of Fit at 30 by starting where we left off at the end of last week. So, good morning guys, it's Tuesday morning, so day one of week 2 of Fit at 30. Feeling a lot more positive today. I did get up and re-weigh myself this morning because, like I mentioned last week, I do think that some of the weight gain last week was water, and when I weighed myself this morning I was actually 2.5 pounds lighter. So I think that just goes to show that I was just eating far too much of the wrong thing, too much salt, and just from one day of cutting right back actually has made a big difference. So that's making me feel a lot more positive. Just getting ready to go to Wellington Country Park with Jack at the moment, but instead of buying Pepsi when I get there, which I normally do, or Diet Coke, I'm actually taking a bottle of squash. I've then got grapes for both me and Jack as snacks, as well as I've got some cashew nuts and he's got an oaty bar. So really trying to not only not spend money but also make healthier choices, and hopefully this motivation will last for, well, not just this week but all the ongoing weeks until I reach my 30th birthday. So normally I wouldn't make a habit of weighing myself, more than once a week, because I think your weight does fluctuate so much over the course of a week anyway, due to all sorts of different things, hormones, certain foods you've eaten, maybe you had a heavy meal the night before when actually the next night you had a salad, and things like that. But the reason I wanted to do it was just to sort of reassure myself that it wasn't actually a £5 gain last week. So as you can see, I weighed myself the next day and I was £3 lighter, so actually I'd only put on £2, and that made me feel a lot better. It still obviously wasn't a great start because it was still a gain from the start of the series, but not as bad as it had been. I then waited until this morning to weigh myself. I weighed in and I am now 11 stone 7. So yes, I am still ½ pound heavier than when I first started the series, but I'm virtually there, and I'm quite pleased with the fact that I went from being so much over where I'd started last week to actually being pretty much where I started again this week. It shows that it's going in the right direction, and it shows that if I carry on doing what I've been doing this week, hopefully week 3 next Monday I will be coming to you saying, do you know what, I've made a dent. I am actually on my way to where I would like to be, and I can do this and it's doable, and I'm showing you guys that just by living a normal life as a mum of a crazy toddler who doesn't stop, you can still do this and still make the time for you. So I'll just talk you sort of through the last week. Monday evening, in terms of physical activity, I didn't do anything because I think I discussed before, Monday is the day that Damien has to go into work really early, so I don't have the opportunity to get up and go for a run in the morning. It would have to be evening for a workout. But on that particular Monday evening I was actually recording a podcast with the lovely 4 kids and a bulldog. If you haven't watched it already, I will leave the link in the description box below to the episode I recorded, which was actually out today, this morning, so you can go and give that a listen. And there's also the first ever episode was last Monday, and you'll be able to find that there as well. I believe it's only available on Podpeas at the moment, but she's hoping to get it onto iTunes very shortly. So I filmed that on Monday night. That was actually really good, and it actually helped me with motivation as well, because it made me really think about why it is that I'm doing what I'm doing, and really reinforced it. And Hayley, who's 4 kids and a bulldog, she has also pledged to sort of join the journey, the Fit at 30. So she's 30 in, I think it was February next year, and she's going to sort of join me on this journey and set her own personal goals. If you want to join us on this journey, it's not all about weight loss. You don't have to want to lose weight. It's more about improving your own physical and mental health and fitness. Not your weight, not your shape, your size, your appearance, just how you feel inside. So whether that means that you're currently feeling quite sort of run down and tired a lot and you want to work on that, whether you want to be able to do certain things with your children that you can't currently do, anything like that, whatever your goal is, join us, because we can all help motivate each other. So we recorded that podcast on the Monday evening, and that was sort of Monday done, because I didn't finish till quite late. Tuesday, I had Jack here, but I was also looking after my brother's dog, guide dog, Banwell, because he's away at the moment, so I was helping look after him. Good afternoon, guys. It's now Tuesday afternoon and I'm about to attempt something that's going to be either really brave or really stupid, which is trying to do an at-home workout whilst Jack is awake and running around, and I also have my brother's guide dog Banwell, who is insisting on being in the same room. So wish me luck and let's see how this goes. Okay, so that didn't really go to plan, so what I'm going to do instead is dance around the kitchen with Jack, because, you know, as long as I'm moving. Good morning everyone, it's about 6:20 on Wednesday morning. Excuse the lack of makeup, but I didn't really think there was much point in putting any on at this time because I am actually going for a run. I've not run for quite a while, so I'm not sure how this is going to go, but I'm out and I'm doing it, and if I keep doing it I will progress. So let's give this a go and I'll update you when I'm back. See you in a bit. Okay, so as you can tell from my very red beetroot face, I've just got back from my first run. I probably ran about half and walked about half. I say ran, jogged, and I did 1.8 miles in about 24 minutes, I think it was. So I've saved that so I can track my progress, and I'm just going to not let it deter me that I didn't manage to run the whole thing, because I have not run in a long time, and what I might actually do is start doing one of the couch to 5k apps. So I've got Jack down here shouting about his doggy. But yeah, so hopefully we'll just keep on improving as we go. In terms of the rest of the week, that was kind of it in terms of proper exercise, I suppose, if you class it like that. But can't remember what I did on Thursday last week, but Friday I went to a local country park, so I was out wandering around for a good few hours there with Jack. So at least that was sort of being more active. Then Saturday we did go to a place called Bockett's Farm, and again we were on our feet for several hours wandering around, keeping active. Yesterday we didn't do a great deal. It was really wet and miserable here, so the morning was really quiet, and then we ended up going to soft play in the afternoon, which I can't really class as exercise. But on a whole this week I have been a lot more active and I'm really pleased with that, and I think that sort of reflected on the scales, the fact that I am nearly back to where I started after having such a big game. Self-care this week, I haven't been as great at some things, but then other things I've sort of improved on. So I have been eating much better. I've not been, eating a rabbit's diet as much as I have had some salads. I have been realistic and eating sort of a manageable diet. So I was good most of the week, didn't have any chocolate or fizzy drinks, or cakes, biscuits, crisps, all that sort of thing for most of the week. But Friday night we did go on a family date night, so we all went to Pizza Express with Jack as well, me and Damien and Jack. And I enjoyed myself. We had a starter, we had a main, and we had a dessert, and I really enjoyed it. And I think the fact that I hadn't had loads of sweet stuff in the week meant that I did enjoy that more, and it was actually really nice. So yeah, I really enjoyed that, and I didn't feel guilty about it, but the next day I was straight back on it. So I got up, I had my granola and yoghurt for breakfast. Damien actually made us a big bowl of salad each to take with us, so we didn't have to buy lunch. And as much as it wasn't my favourite salad ever, I ate it. But I did then have an ice cream as a little treat because it was a nice warm day. The ice cream was salted caramel, and I can't really resist salted caramel. But we had that, but that was it. We came home, we had dinner as normal, and then yesterday didn't have anything naughty, and I'm really sort of pleased with that. It's not perfect, but it's in the right direction. As I sort of keep saying, there's a running theme here, everything's going in the right direction, but it's not unmanageable and unattainable, and yeah, I can keep that sort of thing going. Other self-care things that weren't so good, so I haven't been doing any reading so much this week, partly because the last couple of days I couldn't find my Kindle. I did actually blame Jack for maybe hiding it. Turns out it was kind of hiding in plain sight all along, and I found it. So I will be back to hopefully reading tonight. I haven't been going to bed early, which I probably should have been doing. Although having said that, actually no, I did start off most of the week going to bed by about 10, which for me is early. Last night, however, I got a bit carried away with editing a weekend vlog, which I haven't finished, so it hasn't gone up yet. It will go up at some point this week. I'm not sure which day, it depends what time I get. But yeah, I got a bit carried away with that and didn't end up going to bed till about 11:30, 11:45. So yeah, that's not really gone to plan. But do you know what? The YouTube stuff is something that I'm going to class as self-care at the moment, because I find it quite therapeutic, and I'm actually really enjoying the editing process and putting it all together, and you know, learning how to use the software and how you can put the audio in, and you can have the music running in the background and alter the levels and all that sort of thing. I'm actually really enjoying that, which is nice, so I don't mind spending the time doing that sort of thing. It doesn't feel like a chore. And it was actually my choice to film the weekend vlog, which is an additional video as to what I was already planning to do, because obviously I've got Fit at 30 on Monday, and then Thursday I'm not sure if that's going to be a day in the life from tomorrow, or if that's going to be like a what I eat in a day, but you know, it's going to be something else. So the vlog is sort of a Brucey bonus, if you like. But yeah, that's sort of how this week's gone. So I'm feeling much more positive this week. We're still battling with potty training, but I'm trying to relax around that a bit more, and not get so stressed about it. And as for this week ahead, I, for two reasons, have got sort of more stuff planned in this week. One reason being that I tend to snack less and eat less junk when I'm out and about and I'm busy, because I just don't think about it. And the other reason being that Jack, with potty training, tends, touch wood, to be much better in terms of having less accidents and things when we're out and about and we're busy. I think when we're at home he's maybe a bit too focused on it, so he sees the potty there the whole time because we leave it out just in case he needs it. And he ends up having sort of quite a few accidents, which then stresses me out. So for this week I'm trying to keep us both busy and out of the house quite a bit, so he hopefully will get into sort of a better routine with that, and I will hopefully eat less rubbish. So yeah, this sort of a plan this week is more of the same. I may do an at-home workout this afternoon. I will see what time I get, because I have got to go and pick up the food shopping. If not, then tomorrow morning I am going to get up and go for a run first thing again, and I'm planning to do that again on Thursday morning. If I get those 2 runs in this week and nothing else, I'll still be happy, because I'm going to be still out and about with Jack if it's dry, and try and make the most of it before we do get into autumn later in the year and things like that. And yeah, that is the plan. What I would really love though is for some more of you to join in with the Fit at 30 journey. So if you'd like to join in, comment below, subscribe so that you get notifications of when the new videos come up, and come over and follow me on Instagram, because I am posting on there quite a bit as well, and the handle over there is at It's the Mum Life Crisis. Any questions or anything you want to see from me, just comment below, and I will see you next week.